Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the Review at Rob show. Appreciate you coming over to hang out with me. Today, we will be talking spoiler free about the film Obsession, man. The film that has taken over the horror realm. I saw it in the theaters. I'm going to give you my spoiler free take on that film on this here very episode. And then we got some news to cover at the end of the episode after the review and all that good stuff. So, again, appreciate you coming over to hang out with me, man. And without further ado, let's go ahead and pull up this poster, give you some details on the film itself before we jump into that spoiler free review. So, the film is rated R for grisly images, brief graphic nudity, pervasive language, sexual content, and strong bloody violence. Film runs in at 1 hour, 48 minutes, and is classified as simply a horror film. So, Obsessions. Now, I remember seeing the teaser trailer. I saw the teaser trailer for this movie in theaters, and it's basically what that poster was there for you. It's basically was the guy in the car calling the customer service number on the back of the box there, to see if he can change his wish and all this stuff. So intriguing, interesting, but nothing that really was like, oh, I'd have to see this movie, or I'm super psyched to see this movie or anything like that, man. Not with that trailer, but the trailer that came after that one, where I saw more of what was going on here, more precisely saw the actress's performance in the trailer and all that stuff. I know her name. We'll talk about her later on in the review. But seeing her performance, like, oh, she's eating up the scenery, man. She's killing it in just this trailer alone. So I've got to see this movie for anything alone just to see her performance fully throughout the film. And it looked like, it could be a very interesting movie from the second trailer, man. So went in there with that. Did not know this was a Blumhouse movie by any means. Also, real quick, as far as it being a Blumhouse movie, maybe I just missed it and blanked on it when I was watching it in theaters. But you know the Blumhouse opening title card thing? I feel like Michael Myers wasn't in it, so let me clear that up for me in the comments. Because Michael Myers used to be in it, because of course Blumhouse did that trilogy of it. But I feel like I maybe I missed it. But Michael Myers used to be in that thing, and then I feel like maybe I missed him, or maybe they have removed Michael Myers. I don't know, but nonetheless. So Obsession. Going into it, I was a lot more interested and highly anticipating this film as time was passing and it was getting closer to this film coming out. Because again, that second trailer, full on trailer, actually sold me more on the movie. Didn't watch anything else on it. Didn't pay attention, as always. Did not read synopsis on the film or anything like that. So going into the movie, I was ready. Pretty excited, man. Pretty excited and all that stuff. So basic idea of the movie without spoiling anything for you. There is this guy who likes a girl. You've heard it several times. I've seen it several times throughout the films. But said guy is not very confident in said self. So he doesn't know how to go in that route, doesn't know how to tell her how he's feeling and all that stuff and just all that. And, he comes across the store where he finds this box, make a wish box or whatever the heck, one wish, I can't, wishing willow or whatever. And he, he, as you see in the teaser trailer, he made a wish, right? So he made a wish with it, and his wish was for this girl to love him more than anybody else in the world, and all that stuff. And after that, things go haywire. Right? So I can't obviously talk about a lot without spoiling anything with this movie, but this film is definitely going in several angles and several degrees that maybe you wouldn't even expect after seeing that trailer and all that stuff. But what a very interesting, crazy movie that this turned out being. The obsession factor, the craze factor, the wishing. Honestly, like if this movie was made in the 90s, I can see the tagline on it, be careful what you wish for, right? Because this movie is very much the epitome of be careful what you wish for, because what you get may not exactly be what you're hoping for and all that stuff. Is the main thing you see as far as the trailer and all that stuff. This movie completely different from that. I can't fully talk about it without spoiling anything, but this movie definitely has more involving all of this stuff and more involving the sinisterness of what is happening with this wish than as led on by the trailers and all that stuff. But it is an incredibly insane process going through this movie. Like just seeing the runtime there, it didn't feel like an hour and 48 minutes. Didn't feel like it was close to 2 hours at all. Like this movie had me hooked and captivated from the start, man. And there's a lot of dialogue heavy in the beginning because you're meeting the characters and all this stuff, and you're learning all this stuff and all that. And the crazy stuff doesn't fully start happening until a little bit later in the movie, but not a long time into the movie, but a little bit later into the movie before stuff starts, fully processing, and you see what's happened with this wish and what the wish is doing to our main girl here, Nikki, and what is all happening and processing throughout the movie and everything that's going on with her. The I think it's very well put together. I didn't know much about Curry Baker, Barker, who put this movie together. I believe he's like a YouTube personality and all that stuff. Is very well known. He's done other movies and has a short that did horror short on YouTube that did very well. I missed out watching it before seeing this movie, but I think he hit it out of the park, man. I think he did a very good job putting this movie together, making it feel so unnerving. Like there's moments in this movie, and I've watched a ton of horror films. Like horror is my favorite genre. I watch it as much as possible. This movie really had me, mouth open, at gas, nervous about how things were going. Just watching it, the way they had everything set up, the way it was filmed, the way things looked in the background, the way things were processing throughout the movie. And as you're watching it, you're watching Nikki, you're watching that performance, you're seeing what's going on with her, and just seeing what's happening with other people that's being involved around this whole thing. Very well done. On top of all that, the sound quality of this movie. I'm not a guy that talks about like cinematography and all that stuff. I keep it as basic as possible when talking reviews and all that. But the way they lit areas and stuff like that is so good, especially the way they lit Nikki in certain scenes and all that. Scenes that you were not ready for by any means. That happened several times throughout the movie where it's like, what's happening now? Oh, you know, like so many times that happened in the movie and all that stuff. Like very creepy, very nervous, very unnerving with the things that are going on with those characters and all that stuff. The the sound. God, I wish more than anything this movie was on an RPX. I saw it in Regal. It was not in RPX. They showed it in one of the smaller screens there. Huge miss. Like this movie should absolutely be on like the big RPX screen because the way the sound effects work in this movie, like it was really good in the small theater. Like it was loud and you could hear and pick up on things, especially certain scenes where there's like a loud noise or a loud thing that's going on with the characters and all that stuff. Like that stuff is so well done and so expertly done, especially with the music that's playing in the film. Like it seems to twist around with the characters and the vibe and the area and the feel that's going on with those characters, like it be a little menacing kind of sound to like a more vibrant almost sound to whimsical romantical kind of sound and all that stuff, and just vibrating back and forth as the things are processing in scenes and all that stuff. Again, very unnerving movie, very crazy. It is creepy. It is upsetting in a lot of ways, especially when you think more about what's going on with this movie, what's going on with the Nikki character and all that stuff that I can't again talk about without spoiling really with you and all that stuff and who and what and all this stuff with the movie and all that. But the basic idea you're getting into. Again, this movie is gonna take you on a ride for sure. But they do a good job of creeping you out in this movie. They do some great creepy scenes in it, very unnerving. Instead of 1,500,000 times, it is very unnerving. A lot more bloodily violent than I expected it to be. For some reason, I was not expecting it to be all that bloody violent. I thought, like kind of a possession, obsession, kind of just crazed girlfriend thing and all that stuff. Was not expecting it to get as violent as it does in this movie, but it absolutely does. And it's one of those things to look out for, man. But again, it is rated R, so yeah, you're getting into that stuff. But one of the best movies I've seen, quite frankly, in a long time. One of the best horror films I've seen in a long time. I don't think I'm overly, you know, overreacting it about this movie. Like it's very well done. And Nikki, our main character, is played by an actress by the name of Indy. Don't want to butcher her last name, but this is the first time I've seen her in anything. She's been in other stuff, from people I've seen people doing the thing. And this is where you saw her. I saw her in this, those posts. But it's the first time I've seen this girl act in anything, and my God, like round of applause to the absolutely incredible performance she put on in this film. Like she's up there with like the Tony Collette performance in Heredity, or the Pearl performance and stuff like that. Like she is absolutely delivering and killing it. Naomi Scott and Smile and all that stuff. And the sad thing is, like award shows don't fully give horror the praise that it deserves. Like recently, it's gotten better, and then like this year they gave the award to Weapons for the I can't remember the character's name, but um, the character I'm talking about, the witch lady. um, they gave her an Oscar and all that stuff, and I'm like, my God, like you missed on Naomi Scott because she deserved a lot of praise and credit. And you missed on Tony, you missed on um, Lupita, like some great performances we've had in horror lately. And this film, for her performance alone, deserves all the praise and credit that it is getting. It's getting a lot of praise, getting very well talked about. It's getting, I think it's got like 90 middle 90s scores on like all the websites or whatever. Like it's getting a lot of praise and love, and it's very well deserved of all of that, man. Like it's one of those movies that is put together very well. You're going to be hooked the whole time you're watching it. You're going to be creeped out. You're going to be unnerved. There's some laughing moments in it, like with like certain characters. There's some even I would say laughing moments where it's uncomfortable laughter, like oh, uh-oh, kind of thing, like and all that stuff, or like certain faces she'll make, and then it just you're still watching it, and you're like, oh no, like why this is getting creepy, like so. Absolutely fantastic film. I can do the stupid joke and say that I'm obsessed with this movie and all that stuff. I'm not going to do that, but it is fantastic. It is easily in the running for one of my favorite films of the year. Um, I love what they did. I love what they put together. The person who's put this movie together has another movie coming out, and I believe he's attached to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I'm interested to see how he does that. Because I'm not the biggest fan of that franchise by any means. I think the franchise is very overhyped, and I understand the classicness of the first film, and then of course the '80s films got its cult following and all that. But that since then, it's just been woof. But let's see what he puts together there and all that stuff as far as sequels and all that stuff goes. There's been talks. I believe he's even talked about it as well. If they're gonna do a sequel to this movie, I don't. I wanted to go the route that the Halloween franchise was supposed to originally go, to where it was gonna be like a certain different thing each time. It wasn't gonna just be focused on Michael Myers. Um, if you're gonna do more of these movies, do more people messing with that wish thing and all that stuff. I would love to see more of Indy. I assume she will get a lot more roles based on this performance alone, because people are very much picking up on the fact that she absolutely killed it in this movie. Like it's insane at the amount of performance she's putting in this movie and all that stuff. From the differing array of emotions and everything she's going through, it's incredible. She's fantastic. I hope the best and more roles for her, because she absolutely deserves them. She killed it. And yeah, I think that's a basic review for you there, man, without spoiling anything. So that is what I felt about Obsession. Saw it in theaters. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below on this movie. But before we get out of here, let's check out some news, man. So going from one brutal horror movie to another, Terrifier. We've got a couple of news items on Terrifier. Damien Leone has confirmed that Terrifier 4 will come out in 2027, so next year, for the supposedly final Terrifier film, where they have talked about the fact that it's supposed to give us a little bit of backstory on Art the Clown, and I'm assuming it'll pick up where Terrifier 3 left off, because we left on some certain things there with the old Terrifier franchise, and a lot of questions to be asked and answered. But we know that, and we know that it's going to have a New Year's setting with it and all that stuff, man. So does it? Do they dare release it on New Year's? Who knows? I don't even know if they're filming yet or not. I don't even know if the script's done yet. I have no idea on that stuff, but that's what's going on there. Let's see some more horror news here. Kate Beckinsale, you know her, you love her. She's from those underworld movies that a lot of people seem to like. She is joining the Return of the Dead area, man. You remember those movies, George A. Romero's zombie films and all that stuff? She's been cast in one of the next films. There we go, finally pulled up. Twilight of the Dead, the long final chapter of George A. Romero's classic zombie saga. The film will be, quote, set on a decimated Earth where the last of humanity are trapped between warring factions and an evolving undead threat. Um, so there you go, man. If you've been following along with the George A. Romero of the Dead zombie films, you're apparently getting the final chapter there, starring Kate Beckinsale, good actress there. And then last thing here is apparently Universal is doing another live action Grinch film. This is apparently going to be a new one, not in any way associated with the Jim Carrey one, from what I can tell, which heavy shoes to fill there. Good luck with that. By all means, I mean, you're in for a huge process to try to follow in Jim Carrey's shoes by any means, and with any character. You've seen people try to do Ace Ventura movies without Jim Carrey. You've seen try to see them do Mask movies without Jim Carrey. Not not working out in any way, shape, or form. So good luck to you. I know they've done some animated Grinch films since that Jim Carrey one, but a live action one, your guess is as good as mine on how that one will decide to go there. But That's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it for this episode. So appreciate you as always hanging out with me. Again, spoiler-free take on Obsession. I absolutely loved the movie. It is worth seeing. Go see it in theaters for sure. It is a horror film that needs to be supported and given a lot of love. It's getting a lot of love at the box office and all that stuff now, which is great. And we gave you some news items, man. So as always, appreciate you hanging out with me to talk the movie stuff. I did release a new episode of my Halloween Horror Night show out now on the Into the Fog of Wolfman Rob YouTube channel, and we're talking Ozzy Osbourne on that. There's a big rumor about Ozzy Osbourne. Um, and that's gonna do it for this episode. So as always, appreciate you hanging out with me and listening along to me talking movie stuff, man. I love movies and I do this show out of love, and I hope you have a good time as well watching the show. But we're gonna end it out here with hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, year. Remember that you matter. You're capable of great things, man. Just keep being forward. Give yourself some kindness, and again, you absolutely matter. We will talk to you all with more movie stuff coming up. The Mandalorian and Grogu is releasing this week. I will try to see it in theaters. I do plan on seeing it on theaters. There's stuff going on this week, so I don't know when exactly I will see it, but the hope is to see it before next episode and review it. I am currently watching the show because didn't watch it. So binge watching that before watching the movie and all that stuff. I've met the Mandalorian at the Disney. We can talk about it on that. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you all, and we will be back with more at a later time. See you.